What's the difference between a Twitter handle and a Twitter username? And is there actually a difference? Well, I'm going to answer that question, and it's coming up right now. Hey there, Mark Warnken here. Thanks for tuning into my channel, the #1 place for business owners and brands to learn about everything social media that will actually help grow your business. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button below to stay up to date with all of my weekly videos, and don't forget to tick that little bell icon as well.
So here we are on my Twitter profile, Mark Warnken. If you aren't yet following me, by all means do, and send me a message and say hello as well. So what is a Twitter handle or a Twitter username? Well, put simply, it's the Twitter name shown when you tweet, starting with the @ hashtag symbol, or not hashtag, the @ symbol. So see the red box here we have under the blue Twitter bird. We firstly have the larger Twitter word, that's your profile name or account name, but under that we have the @ symbol and @Twitter. So that becomes your Twitter handle and your Twitter username. So it can be referred to both, and it does mean, they both mean exactly the same thing, but that's actually what your username or your handle actually is. So can be a little bit confusing. So this is a good slide. It'll probably help explain a little bit in more detail. So is your username or your handle different from your actual account name? Well, the answer to that one is yes as well, because here's a really good example. The Royal Family, that's the profile name of the account name, but under that, the Twitter handle or the Twitter username is just @Royal Family. So this is a really good example. I think pretty much everyone in the world would be able to understand this one. 4.2 million followers. The British Royal Family is the profile name, and their Twitter handle or their Twitter username is just @Royal Family. Now, there are character limits that you can only use with your profile name and handle, and we will get to them in this video as well. So what should you use as your Twitter handle? Well, you only get 15 character spaces, so you may have to be creative if your own name or your business name doesn't fit, or it's already taken. So there is character limits of 15, so it does limit us quite a lot. And equally with your profile name, your character limits there are 20. So we are all going to have to get creative at some stage, or possibly all get creative at some stage. And here's a couple of examples of popular people in the media and popular people globally, I suppose. Arnold Schwarzenegger here. Now, his profile name is just Arnold, but his Twitter handle or Twitter username is @Schwarzenegger. Now, it just fits in because it is 14 characters long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 characters long for Schwarzenegger. It does just fit in because the limit is 15. Over here on the right, Ellen DeGeneres, and her Twitter handle or the username is The Ellen Show. So a couple of examples there just to show you how creative people can get. Here's two more. Usain Bolt, probably at one stage the most recognizable athlete in the world. His profile name, Usain St. Leo Bolt, and he's got the blue Twitter tick for a verified account. His username here is just Usain Bolt. Over here on the right-hand side, Taylor Swift. I think she's in the top few most popular people on Twitter. 87 million followers she has, Taylor Swift, and her handle is Taylor Swift 13. So she wasn't even able to get her own name. It was obviously already taken, and that's a good thing about Twitter. Sometimes, you know, even the celebs, the sports stars, they can't actually get the exact username or handle that they wanted. So, but she's gone with Taylor Swift 13. Now, for someone of her prominence, it doesn't matter, because anyone sort of, you know, searching for Taylor Swift, 9 times out of 10, they're going to, you know, come up with this result anyway. Now, I was lucky. I was able to get both of mine, my username, Mark Warnken, my profile name, Mark Warnken. So it was an easy solution for me. So as I said earlier on, you only get 15 characters for your username or your handle. So for myself, I've got my name, Mark Warnken, and that actually works out quite well because it's only 12 character spaces long. But if that wasn't available, other alternatives, I could have maybe looked at social media with Mark, but that's 19 characters, and that would have been too long. I could have then looked at SM with Mark, for social media with Mark, that 10 character spaces. Social Mark is a good one as well. It's only got 10 character spaces, but that particular one was already taken. Social Media Now, that's a good one, but that one was already taken as well. So for a lot of us, we will have to get creative or add a combination. But a tip down the bottom is try not to use numbers though, as straight away it creates confusion. Now, if you're a news station like this particular one, it's got Channel 10. But for your own business or name, try and stick away from adding numbers because it just adds a level of confusion. So being creative and memorable is how lots of people get noticed on Twitter. Remembering, so it forms part of your brand identity though. So for a lot of people, yes, you'll want to go with your name or your business name or a combination of both. Now, in case you're wondering, Mark, and someone's wanting to ask me, Mark, can you change your Twitter handle? The answer to that is yes, but you don't want to really do it too often because you may lose all of that branding and that hard work and recognition that you've gone and established over a period of time. So there are 7 parts to a Twitter profile. And I'm not going to run through all of them here in this video, but I will put the link to a video I have explaining all of them. But number 4 is your username. It's probably the most important part because that's what people refer to. What's your username? What's your handle? Remembering 15 character spaces only. So here's a couple of more examples of some prominent Twitter accounts. The Sydney Morning Herald here in Australia, one of Sydney's newspaper. Their profile name is The Sydney Morning Herald, but their Twitter handle is @SMH. We refer to it as the SMH, the Sydney Morning Herald. Nice and simple and clean. Leanne's a businesswoman here in Australia. I've followed her and done some work with her in the past. Leanne Cohen's. Now, she's done something interesting. She's got her Twitter handle or username as most likely her business name, Marketing Leap. So profile name, her name, but her handle is Marketing Leap. A couple more here. We've got the New York Times, their handle, NY Times, global newspaper, very well known, 47 million followers. NY Times works for them. Cristiano Ronaldo, again, one of the most popular people on Twitter. I think he's in the top few with Taylor Swift, 87 million followers. He's just gone with Cristiano. It obviously was available. He was able to get it as well, and that suits him down to a T. So there we go. Hopefully you found this video informative, entertaining, and helpful, and I've opened your eyes a little bit more to the world of Twitter and the world of Twitter handles and usernames. Yes, they are both the same. Yes, they refer to, interchangeable. So one is the other is one. So as I said at the start of this video, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Send me a message and say hello. If you are looking at this video on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well and tick the little bell icon. Send me a connection request on LinkedIn and like it on my Facebook page. Mark Warnken, Social Media Selling 123 signing off. I look forward to seeing you again in another one of my videos real soon.